I never know if the angle's right. We're off to see the mechanic. Oh look, I've got a parcel there. I'll get that on the way back. No, I'll get it now. It is a light for the roof of the car, which you have to have here in Spain. Shut the gate. I always wait for the gate to shut. So I'm filming with the camera on my head, with the head support, 1080p, 24 frames a second, small files, quicker. Haven't been out on the 911 for a few days. I've been paid my taxes at the bank. Agencia Tributaria. They send you an email, you go on their website and you can see the glasses on. Is it sunny? Oh dear, sunny. I'm wearing a different hat today. I've noticed in my videos, if I touch the strap or the camera, you get not a nice sound and microphone. So I'm going to keep the hands on the wheel. These are all lemons up here. What was I saying? Yeah, I've been to the bank to pay Agencia Tributaria. They send you an email. You've got a message from them. You go on your website, on their website, and you enter with your electronic password. It knows it's you, and you can sign things where they know it's you reading your, it could be my accountant, your messages, and I can open the letter they've written to me saying you owe us this tax, you can appeal, or you can go to the bank and pay it, or you can ask to pay it in stage payments. I went to the bank and there's a few people waiting. There's only one girl in there. I parked my car and then I walked all the way down there. It took about 20 minutes to walk there. Some neighbours. There's one girl in the bank. It's called BBVA, and I got to her, but you can't pay. I have took the cash with me this time to pay it. You can't pay cash. You've got to pay it into my account. So I'd never done this before, so I went to the machine and I tried to pay in the cash. But the first thing it asks you for is your PIN, of course. And I've never. That's a new card, and I've never actually drawn out cash from that account. So I had to go back to her again when she was free and ask for my PIN. She went online and she was about 15 minutes tapping away to get my PIN, which then sent it to my phone. But later they sent me a message saying you can do it online, but I couldn't see it anywhere you could do it online. You can get your CV number, and even that bank card doesn't have a number on it, so you've got to go onto your app on the phone if you want to see your number. But you see your card, virtual card. So I got the pin, went back to the machine, paid the money in to the machine, did a small amount first to make sure it worked. You put your cash in like a trapdoor, a little hole, and then it analyses it and pays it in. Then I'll go back to her again and made the payment. The document was in my phone, so I had to go to a shop to print out has to be on paper. She paid it and gave me the receipt. So all that probably took getting on for 2 hours to pay that tax to the government. Today I went to the post office. I had some recorded mail from the tax office again. 3 more letters. And I queued up in the post office after parking in the centre of town. You have to produce your ID and the little bit of paper they leave in your post box. I got my letters just to make some more payments to them. It is in fact, there's different taxes, but the one I had to pay, got to pay now, is a non-residence tax. It's a nasty one, you know. I bet a lot of people English people don't know that. Yeah, they backdate it as well. It's a non-residence tax. Oh yes. You've paid your council tax and your taxes, but there is a non-residence tax as well. And if you buy a property here, so my non-residence tax was €680 a year for the last few years. I'm paying it in instalments. So it was giving me the instalment papers to go back to the bank and pay those. You can't pay it online. Well, you've got to go to the bank with it on paper. But you can go to your tax box online and you can read the letters they've sent you. They might ask you to digitally sign as well when you're entering, so they know you've seen them. I can tell you about some more taxes, which are property tax. If you buy a property, you think, oh yeah, it's 50,000, that's quite cheap. But on top of that, you've got to pay 5,000 more to the government, and you've got to do that pretty promptly, or you'll get fined. Then you've got to pay the notary, and they're not cheap, you know. It's like the notary is where you do all the paperwork. The deeds are changed into your name. The seller has to sign, and the buyer signs. You read, it's all okay. It's all in Spanish, of course. And you've got to pay the notary straight away, which could be €800, you know, a little 2 or 3 hour job. Then you've got to go to the bank, pay the tax, and they give you some receipts. Then you've got to go to Registro de Propiedad, which is the land registry, and they'll call liquidar or liquidate. Oops, the dog. Careful of the dog.